While the Greater Memphis Chamber of Commerce supports businesses and fosters economic growth throughout the Memphis region. And joining us today is the acting board chair of the Greater Memphis Chamber, Duncan Williams, a name long synonymous with business excellence in our community. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us in.
We're glad to have you here, Duncan. Now, your op-ed in the Daily Memphian last week talked about Memphis Chamber being named 2025 Chamber of the Year by the Association of Chamber Executives. And you wrote, this year's award signals, quote, a fundamental shift in Memphis's trajectory and validated what many of us have known for years. Memphis is creating a culture of winning. How so?
Well, first off, it's a national championship, right? We just won a national championship, and by God, we're going to keep it. So we're trying to kind of set the precedent for the Tigers and the Grizzlies and the Redbird all going forward. But I mean, to be elected from our peers, by our peers from around the country, what it really says is we're doing things the right way. And I think you're right. The chamber knows that. People who are active in the chamber know that. But we're also doing things outside the box, and that's what made the difference. The staff worked really hard. It's a great acknowledgement, but really it's an award for the entire business community of the city. It's really an award for this entire city because of the support the chamber does all the way around.
Right. Definitely. Well, the XAI project helped create the Chamber's catchy Digital Delta initiative, which means to touch every neighborhood in Memphis through what the Chamber calls its Prosper Memphis 2030 effort. What's that all about?
So, first, let me say this. The Digital Delta was coined by a gentleman named Fred Smith, who we all know and loved, and we knew what he meant to the city. So another thing that Fred gave us was the great name. He and Richard really were working together, Digital Delta. But it's not just a Memphis-centric thing, right? It is really more broad-based around really North Mississippi, Eastern Arkansas, and West Tennessee. If you really drill down into the Memphis area, Memphis has the opportunity to become one of the largest cities to provide fiber optics for the entire community. And so when you talk about Prosper 2030, it's talking about creating jobs, about creating businesses, about creating workforce development, all of those things. But we have to be ahead of the curve when it comes to the digital side of it. And so we are the Digital Delta, and that's what we're going to become.
Very good. All right. Well, you're working to grow the chamber membership and strengthen our business community in this month of September. You guys call it Chamber Referral Month. What types of referrals are we talking about?
So what we're really doing is we're challenging every member of the chamber to refer at least one person or at least one like business or a business friend or somebody that they think can use the chamber and the benefits that we have to help them. You know, when we look at it this way, if we can double the size of the chamber over this thing, imagine just the communities we're creating, especially for the small businesses, is where it's really a huge help.
Wonderful. And there's an incentive, too, for these referrals, right?
There are. The incentive is, I mean, I think the award is, I don't know exactly what it is, but for the person or organization that brings in the most referrals, they definitely get recognized. They'll get a shout out at the chairman's luncheon. They'll probably have catered in stuff. So, yeah, there's incentive to do it. But really the incentive should be to make this city all it can be in the business-wise and to bring in the entire business community.
And so let's just talk about XAI just one more second, because it is a landmark achievement for the chamber. It worked very quietly and quickly to bring all that about. You were probably on the inside loop of that astonishing development.
I don't know if I should say yes or no to that, or we're just going to go.
Well, 18 months ago, we saw it come.
Right.
And I had the privilege of touring down there. Brent Mayo, the general manager, told us that on average, 1,600 people, half of them XAI employees, half of them contractors, have been on duty down there for the last 18 months every day.
That's right.
Building that place. And so just briefly, as a chamber leader now, what does that whole thing mean to our community?
I don't think we grasp what it means, to be honest with you. It looks like a huge building. They're doing incredible stuff. If you've toured it, you know, it's indescribable, really. You can't put it in words. What it does is, we saw a visit last week by Michael Dell, who came in town, and there was a picture of he and Ted handshaking. Well, the world has been put on notice that we are the Digital Delta. We are the largest supercomputer in the world. And so it just brings, just like the award, it just brings respect. It makes people open their eyes and say, I need to go and see what's going on in Memphis, Tennessee. And you know, so many people, MLGNW, the chamber, the city, the state, I mean, even nationally, it was a TVA. It was an incredible amount of people behind the scenes making this thing happen. And I think as we move forward through the years, we're really going to realize the difference it's making in our community.
I don't think Michael Dell had been here before this arrived. And, you know, there's NVIDIA and so many other companies that have come in a powerful way because XAI is such a huge account for them. And so we'll be watching very carefully as we wrap up here with Duncan Williams about what the Chamber's going to do as the Digital Delta evolves. So thanks for being
here. Let us know when we can be back. We're happy to do it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks
Really
for everything y'all
appreciate it.
do.
All right.